Driving real fast in my Uber car. They'll fire my ass if I don't get 5 stars. But I work when I want, I can't complain. Wouldn't have much to gain anyway. Answering phones in an office space. I'll be okay long as I don't forget the lyric. To work when I want, I can't complain. I wouldn't have much to gain anyway. But together we've got one thing to lose, that's our change. Together we've got power and collective brains. We won't be obedient like we were trained. We'll unite our voices in the refrain. Smash your machines and take to the streets. We're going on strike forever. Smash your machines and take to the streets. We're going on strike forever. Smash your machines, take to the streets. We're going on strike forever. Smash your machines, take to the streets. We're going on strike forever.
Some inspirational stuff there. Josh particularly liked the whistling. That was. Did you learn that from as a kid, or did you pick it up later on in life?
No, I used to be a classically trained French horn player, and the whistling is all that my lips have left from that time of my life.
So are all French horn players able to whistle in that same way?
Many of us are, because the mouthpiece of the French horn is tiny. It's based on sort of Renaissance instruments that had mouthpieces made from acorns, so you can imagine just a really small aperture makes it very easy to build whistling muscles.
Oh, wow, I just learned quite a few things there. For
Yeah.
a start, that all Renaissance musicians made their instruments out of acorns. So the more you know. So you've obviously got a bit of a message with that song. I'm guessing this ties with the name of the band, so would you like to give a little bit of background on kind of what your inspiration is and how that does tie with the moniker that you're giving yourself?
Well, actually, it was just one of those conversations where my friend Ben Doobie, who sometimes plays with us but isn't around right now, he's playing the gig of his life at the Old Time Country Fair in Maine right now. It was just a conversation, and Marxist Jargon was something someone said, and I don't remember who said it, and Ben was like, "Oh man, that's a band name," you know, one of those. And so I started writing anti-capitalist songs and telling people that I was starting a band called Marxist Jargon for several months, and then eventually it finally started to happen.
I feel like an important part of that story is that a lot of this came out of the PhD program at UVM in environmental economics. So that's where we sort of draw our nerdy inspiration. And here, Sam actually managed to recruit other UVM.
Ecological economics.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there is actually a field distinction there, right? I just made a huge faux pas, sorry. I'm an ego philosopher, so I'm not in that field.
Is it a bit of a hotbed for leftists and communists and Marxists?
I don't know if we should be promoting that. Sure.
Yeah, we're not communists. We just heard anti-capitalism was hot.
Okay, all right. No, I'm not trying to put you down there. Just curious. Yeah, you can be communist or Marxist or Leninist or anything fancy other than fascist. Otherwise, you can get out.
Word. Yeah.
So the band came together basically because you kept talking about having a band, and eventually it had to happen, otherwise it would look silly.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I just started writing songs, and then moved into a new place. Dan and Meg came to town and started jamming these tunes with them because we lived in the house together. And then it was just sort of a open call, like, who wants to come play with us? And then, to some extent that's still open if people want to join.
So the 6 of you here tonight, as I understand it, it's kind of fluctuates. So who's missing, and what other instruments have you kind of got in storage that aren't here tonight?
Well, personally, I think the secret weapon is the baritone saxophone, which is not present tonight. That's really, I think it complements the bass beautifully, and it makes me feel like we have a bass section and not just one instrument. So that's what I miss right now.
And when you say bass, we're talking about a stand-up bass right now.
Yes, yeah. So contrabass, string bass, stand-up bass, upright bass, whatever you want to call it. The big one that you have to hug.
Yeah, our friend Jonathan plays the Barry saxophone. And Ben Doobie, who I was talking about, who named the band, plays mandolin. So does Josh, who's here.
So two mandolins for the band.
Yeah, sometimes they take turns, sometimes we play together.
I like that. I think every band needs two mandolins.
Yeah. So then each string, instead of having two copies like on a mandolin, we actually have four going, and it's always out of tune just right. That really adds texture.
Yeah. It gives it more depth. And Meg, I understand that you're a multi-instrumentalist / hype woman. How did you get the job of hype woman, and what other instruments are we talking about here?
Well, the job of hype woman comes with great responsibility. First off, you need to not be very good at any instrument, except for the egg shaker, which you can hear there.
Expert egg shaking.
Yeah. I've also got this tiny little guitar that we whip out sometimes.
Isn't that commonly called a ukulele?
No. Let me tell you, this here is a guitar-lele.
A guitar-lele?
Because it's got all the strings of a guitar, and it's tuned the same.
Yeah, so it does.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's me showing my ignorance there. So you're a guitar-lele player, egg shaker, and what are the things you have to do to be a hype woman?
I think it really started because on certain songs she just couldn't not dance around the living room, and then they kind of just went, it really was.
Enthusiasm, perhaps? A
definitely.
love for anti-capitalist folk punk.
So, talking of anti-capitalism, is the entire theme anti-capitalist songs, or is it have you got a mixture? Have you got other subjects you talk about?
Well, we talk about all different subjects, and this is sort of the lens we look through.
Okay, I got it.
The next one is I think after they first played it for me, I think I loved it, and I said something like, "It's such a beautiful, dark, poetic apocalypse." So that's another type of thing we tap into, I guess.
That's a great name for a song. Or an
it's
album.
not the title of the song.
Talking of which, let's hear another. So what have you got in store for us now?
This one, I don't know.
Has it got a name?
It doesn't. I guess its working name is "Our Sweat Is Ours Now."
Okay.
So the idea that we as wage laborers can reclaim that little extra that is scraped off from us all the time, take it back and dance around.
I like it. Take it away.
Grass is growing, but we don't care. It's gonna bring back the berries and the bees. Cupboards are empty, but we don't care. We planted carrots down by the creek. I hope you're not too lonely behind the walls you had us build. I hope your sentry doesn't leave you when pitchforks come up the hill. Our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves now. Our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves now. And our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves. Snow is falling, but we don't care. Change in seasons, what mama chose. The heating's out, but we don't care. We made more blankets out of old clothes. I hope your pleasure craft floats without our flesh to patch its holes. And I hope your bunker's not airtight, you won't be able to breathe your gold. And our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves now. And our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves now. And our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves. Our world is running low. We'll make do with the seeds we sow. Practice what the land taught us. Show the dirt that we haven't forgotten. I hope you're not too lonely behind the walls you had us build. And I hope your sentry doesn't leave you when pitchforks come up the hill. 'Cause our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves now. And our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves now. And our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves now. And our sweat is ours now, and we dance only for ourselves now. And our sweat is ours now, 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 when we dance only for ourselves.
Marxist jargon there with our sweat is ours now. You mentioned in a little descriptive email that you sent me, which was very welcome, by the way, thank you, that you describe yourselves as Radical Education Initiative, or as a Radical Education Initiative. Do you want to explain that one a bit further?
So
I wrote that.
I wrote that. So basically, that's because some of us are in the academic world and graduate students and stuff, and if we say that we're a radical education initiative, then maybe we can put it on our CVs.
There is a standing invitation from a full professor at the University of Vermont and the Gund Institute to perform for a capstone course in the undergraduate program in natural resources. So I think there's some basis for considering ourselves educators.
Which song is it that they want us to play?
They want us to play Fully Automated Luxury Communism.
Okay, which just happens to be the next one we're planning on playing, right?
Oh, excellent. Well, I'll be sure to listen to the lyrics in that one and hope that I'll learn something. You've definitely tied your last song with through that anti-capitalist lens that you said you kind of looked through the world at, but there's obviously a big environmental message there. Are you guys? I'm guessing you guys are big into planting, into preserving the earth. Is this kind of how you guys all got together in the first place, or is this kind of a lucky coincidence that you all happen to be into the same thing?
Well, I think I became aware of this band while shaking freshly picked lettuce heads off after we rinsed them in the cool water of it did sort of happen like that. We were at a potluck for our cohort at the Rubenstein School, and I heard them singing.
Which was at a community garden.
And there was freshly picked lettuce.
I
of
think
the
too.
earth,
Yeah.
Like the reason the three of us know each other is because our commitment to community living.
Yeah.
Because we live in a big old house with a bunch
Yeah.
of people.
Do you live in a
Because-
co-op?
Yeah, there's 8 of us.
No.
It's sort of on its way.
Maybe
to
more
being
of an
co-op.
intentional
Yeah, intentional community.
home situation.
Yeah, we don't own it, so we can't really call it a co-op.
Okay.
We have a landlord. It's not,
That's a shame.
not
Yeah.
like most of
We're
yeah,
gonna
right?
writ a song about it.
It's a good one. Yeah, we should write a song with that.
Is
No,
your landlord
we like
nice
him,
at
though.
least?
Yeah, totally. If it wasn't, we would expropriate the house from him.
Can you imagine the bad publicity getting on the wrong side of these folks?
I was thinking of maybe if you can't really do a sit-in in your own house.
But we do have a show coming up, so you can come sit in on that.
Oh, that was
So that's on Friday for Meg's birthday. So, and it's also the equinox, right?
That's right.
So
Where's the show?
Oh,
It's at our house.
30,
was this a...
House shows are the best.
I don't
Yeah.
you just have to walk down Hungerford Terrace and listen for it. Start walking down the street at 9 p.m.
Yep.
and then you'll know where it
You'll
is.
hear it. We're pretty loud. We didn't check with all our housemates about sharing our address on the radio.
Yeah.
So as long as you just give the rope, then it's vague enough that they can't get annoyed with you.
Yeah, just by the abandoned gas station on Pearl Street.
You might not get let in. It's okay. You can stand in the yard.
Are you guys electric occasionally, or do you guys just go for acoustic?
No,
We haven't been electric yet. We're pretty new.
we have not yet electrified.
But metaphorically speaking, we're always electric.
Indeed. In which case, let's move on to the next song. So you're saying that your professor has selected this song to potentially be a learning opportunity to the undergrads. So do you want to give a little bit of a preamble about this before we start?
I think it speaks for itself.
Yeah,
I
All right.
completely
no
agree.
question.
I like the confidence. Take it away.
Yeah. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Robots took all of our jobs, and at first we thought it was a bad thing. The robots took all of our jobs, and at first we thought it was a bad thing. Then we realized we didn't have to work, we didn't have to work anymore. Then we realized we didn't have to work, we didn't have to work anymore. It's fully automated luxury communism, fully automated luxury communism, fully automated luxury communism, fully automated luxury communism. Robots took all of our jobs, even the jobs we used to like to do. The robots took all of our jobs, even the jobs we used to like like to do. But robots don't make very good nurses or teachers or farmers or preachers or barbers. Robots don't take care of humans very well. That's for us to do. It's fully automated luxury communism. 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 Fully automated.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fully automated luxury communism. 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 Fully automated luxury communism.
Fully automated luxury communism there. Really like the 2001 Space Odyssey reference halfway through that. So I'm guessing, I'm just going out on a limb here, that one might be about automation. So is the vision or the hope at least that the automation will ultimately free us from the shackles of capitalism?
Well, we really hope that we have fully and very subtly explored both sides of that very complicated debate.
You definitely really fleshed out both sides of the argument. There was very little left to say. So as we go through the songs, we really are kind of like building an idea of what you believe would be the way forward. Correct me if I'm wrong. Back to the earth. Let the robots take over our jobs. Not have to work again.
I mean, I don't want to speak for the whole band, but we sometimes talk about partially automated chill communism. But I know I said at the beginning, not communism.
Partially automated chill communism sounds good as well. That could be the B-side to that song. Talking of B-sides, so you guys formed in January. Have you got to the recording studio yet? Have you got anything down?
Well, we didn't actually form in January. The idea happened in January. We formed in, what, like
August?
Yeah.
So this is an incredibly new band. You guys are fresh into it.
Happy we fooled you into thinking we were a little more
We've had one
polished.
show.
The ideas are so mature. They needed at least 4 months.
So I'm guessing yes, that is a no. You haven't recorded anything yet.
This is the first. Thanks for facilitating.
Oh, no worries. Bob's a great ad hoc sound engineer, so hopefully you'll be able to steal your songs back. That makes no sense. And put them onto a SoundCloud or anything. So is your first gig the one at your house? No. Or have you guys been doing gigs like each week at Potluck, or how often you guys get together and play?
Yeah, we play once a week. It's often a potluck. People start listening, but that's rehearsal more. We did have one show at our friend's garage on Cater Street, and we were opening for the Fobs, who are definitely the hottest band in Burlington. You should get them in here if you haven't.
Oh, good shout. Well, get on it. Are you planning to do more gigs after the after Mega's at your birthday? They're doing the gig for. Are you planning on doing gigs after your birthday, or are you seeing how that one goes?
That's the retirement party also.
Yeah, we're actually gonna stop that day. No, I think that we'll hopefully do a lot more because it's fun.
And do any of you guys play in other bands around the city?
Not yet.
I do.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I play with Erica B, who's really awesome, and we are going to be playing open mic in a couple weeks. Erica B will also be on the 802 Local Scene show next Monday, 7 to 8. So if you want to hear what Erica B is all about, definitely check that out.
Are you playing with her on Monday?
I will not be playing with her on Monday because I will be interviewing her on Monday. So it's kind of hard to do both.
I'm loving how much you're plugging this evening. This is great.
I know, right? I'm like, Masha, listen to it.
So, have any of you guys played in other bands before? Is this like real? Is this not only a month-old fresh band? Is this the first time you guys been playing in a band ever?
Yeah, we didn't even like know what these instruments were a month ago.
Played a lot of French horn.
Me
But,
too.
That's great. We're in a French horn
Not as
band.
much as
That's
you.
probably not called a band.
I actually, on a number of occasions, have played in horn ensembles from 12 to 40 French horns.
40 French
Yeah.
horns in one go.
Mm-hmm.
That's. I can't even imagine what that would sound like.
Mandolin is my rebound crush.
Don't let her hear you say that. She'll get-
Oh no, we have an understanding. Communication is key.
Well, I think we've got about time for one more song. Have you guys got anything still left in the barrel?
For sure, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this song is called Barbarians.
I'm gonna have a sip of water before we get going on it. Let's be barbarians and live up in the hills and descend into villages and raid all the mills. Let's be barbarians and fight against the state for all the riches that elites expect to expropriate. Let's be barbarians, not bow to any kings nor worship any gods, but the bounty that each season brings. Let's be barbarians, cut back against the grain and just say no to drudgery and your majesty's reign. Let's be barbarians and rule ourselves. Let's be barbarians and rule ourselves. Let's be barbarians and rule ourselves. Let's be barbarians. Let's be barbarians. Let's be barbarians. Stop working in the fields, growing so-called taxes. Royal goons come to steal. Let's be barbarians, a self-governing tribe. Cross continents on horseback, never pay another bribe. Let's be barbarians, let's undomesticate and live amongst the wild things in worlds that we all co-create. Let's be barbarians, let's let our beards grow long and dance around the bonfire, sing this song. Let's be barbarians and rule ourselves. 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 Barbarians and forage fruit from trees, take refuge in the forest or wherever we please. Let's be barbarians, follow migrating herds, and hunt our four-footed friends and spare the birds. Let's be barbarians, let's take off in the night and disappear from history and remain out of sight. Let's be barbarians and sail the ocean blue and live like pirates on our ships, democratic. Let's be barbarians and rule ourselves. Let's be barbarians, let's be barbarians. Let's be barbarians, let's be barbarians. Let's be barbarians, let's be barbarians. Let's be barbarians and rule ourselves. Let's be barbarians and rule ourselves. Let's be barbarians and rule ourselves. Let's be barbarians and rule ourselves.
Marxist Jargon there with barbarians. Before we do leave, I've got to ask, why do mammals don't get spared in that song, but birds get a free ride?
Yeah, why, Sam?
So much harder to hunt migrating birds than mammals. I mean, have you ever tried to run, a flock of chickadees off a cliff and onto a pile of spears? Just very difficult.
I can't say I
Bison,
have.
much easier.
Yeah, I guess it's really about conserving our own energy.
I mean, you could use like a slingshot or a bow and arrow or something.
Well, we talk so much about these birds being pretty. We're sparing the pretty birds.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, the other
Yeah, we'd
ones
like to
don't
throw
count.
in a few little weird philosophical hooks here for you to go, what? Like, maybe we don't agree.
I was just wondering why birds got the nod in this post-apocalyptic utopia. Yeah,
That's a
say
band
that
name in its own right.
I think we already have dubious utopia as, yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Once again, I'm just going to quickly plug your house show. We're not going to tell you exactly where it is. But it's on the street.
Let's get real
It'll be
quiet.
around. And watch this space because you guys are going to be corrupting all the undergraduate minds soon enough, and then the rest of Burlington, I'm hoping, will follow.
That's the idea.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Next week we have got Kudo Stooge. They're going to be coming in. This has been The Radiator on 104.9 The Rocket Shop. I've been your host, Tom Proctor, and I'll catch you next week.